So today we are going to start with the second part of the chapter, that is the role of parliament, and it is interesting also. So last time we had done that, I told you why do we need a parliament and why should people decide. Then we did people and their representatives, and one more topic, that who are the people in parliament. So the next part of the chapter is the role of the parliament. So I told you that parliament is the supreme legislative body of the country, supreme lawmaking body of the country. It comprises of the president and the two houses, Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so let us see that what is the role of parliament and how this government is made after every 5 years. The role of the parliament in our system has immense powers. Immense powers means very strong powers this parliament has in our system, because it is the representative of the people. Because we have decided, we have elected the people, and we have sent them into the Lok Sabha. So they are our representative. So they are known as the representative of the people. And the Lok Sabha is usually elected once every 5 years. Okay, so once every 5 years, the Lok Sabha is elected. Just wait. So I'm reading on page number 34. All of you take out page number 34 in your book. It is given here. So the slides, the wordings which are used in the slides, that are taken from your book only. Okay, nothing, no, nothing from outside is taken here from the outside of the book. So all these lines are from your book only. So if I just make you understand from the slides, or I read you from the book, that is one and the same thing. Okay, if I'm just reading the slides, then you can later on read the chapters, because the same wordings are used here. Clear? So Lok Sabha is usually elected once every 5 years. This I think all of you know already. So can you tell me, when did last Lok Sabha elections were held? Last Lok Sabha election
2019.
in which year? Very
2019.
good. Yes, in 2019.
2019.
And can you tell me the number, that how at which number the Lok Sabha elections were held? Means how many? Till now, how many Lok Sabha elections are held in
543.
India? Since we have got independence. So we got independence in 1947. After that, in 2019, the Lok Sabha elections which were held, that were the 17th Lok Sabha elections. Okay, 17th. You write down somewhere here. Just
Ma'am,
at the bottom you have space. You can write 17th Lok Sabha elections were held was held in the year 2019. Yes, anyone? Someone was speaking. Okay, you can raise your hand, please. Don't interrupt in between. So the Lok Sabha is usually elected once every 5 years. As I already told you, country is divided into numerous constituencies. Okay, I hope you know constituencies now. I already told you that constituencies is the area where the group of voters, they vote for their representatives. Okay, and that representative is further elected to the Rajya Sabha. So country is divided into how many constituencies? I told you last time. How many constituencies do we have in India?
543.
Yes.
Lok
So we
Sabha
have five.
543.
yeah,
Okay, 543 constituencies India is divided into, and each of these constituencies elects one person to the parliament. Like I told you, Fagwada is also one constituency. Okay, so we are voting for the person who is getting elected here by directly voting. So that these Lok Sabha, the members of the Lok Sabha are elected directly by the people, we say, because we are involved in the Lok Sabha elections. We are not involved in the Rajya Sabha elections. okay, that are done on the state legislature behalf. Okay, so we are electing the members of the Lok Sabha. These constituencies, 543 constituencies we have in all India, and then we elect one person to the parliament from each constituency. Each person belong to different political parties, and you know that uh, there are different political parties. It cannot be like that कि बीजेपी के ही सारे जो हैं members हैं. So there are, each person belong to different political party. The elected representatives to the parliament are known as the member of parliament. I told you MPs and MLAs are different. Okay, MPs are working at the central level and MLAs are working at the state level. Clear? So this much is clear to you. So this is the map. You can see here it is given in your book also on page 41. So these are the 543 constituencies. Okay, so small area you can see here which is divided. So it is divided into 543 constituencies. Total seats are 543. Out of these, 412 are general. Then scheduled caste are 84 and scheduled tribes are 47. Okay, so these are the 543 constituencies that is India is divided into. So from each of the 543 constituencies, the representatives are elected to the parliament. Now to select the national government, so three functions are given of the parliament. First is, see on page 36, A is to select the national government. Okay, B is to control, guide and inform the government. First is to form the government, second is to control, guide and inform the government, and last is law making. Okay, so three important functions of the parliament are given, but out of these three, only two are given in details in your book. The last function, that is law making, it is not given in details in your book because there is a complete chapter on this function that we will be studying later. Clear? So law making we will not be studying, only two functions in details we have to read in this chapter, that is how the national government is formed and then who is guiding, controlling and informing the government. Now listen to it carefully. To select the national government, I told you that Lok Sabha elections are held every 5 years. Now after Lok Sabha elections, now Lok Sabha elections are done, question arises that who will form the government. Okay, Lok Sabha के elections हो गए, MPs form हो गए. Now who will form the national government? National government means the ruling party of the country. So what has happened after the Lok Sabha elections? List is prepared showing how many MPs belong to each political party. कि जो MPs हैं लोक सभा और राज्य सभा में, what is the majority number of the MPs, they are from which party? So one list is prepared. उसमें ये लिखते हैं कि how many MPs are belonging to each political party. So party having the majority of MPs, ठीक है, कि जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल बीजेपी के हैं 500 MPs उसके हो गए, बाकी के कम हो गए. So the majority party having the majority of MPs form the government. So total how many seats are there in Lok Sabha? How many maximum members can be there in Lok Sabha? Does anyone know?
545.
545. Very good.
540.
How many are there in Rajya Sabha? How many are there in Rajya Sabha?
Ma'am, 200.
272.
272. Are you sure? It is written here. See.
240.
245.
So this is Parliament. This is the picture of Parliament, and Parliament has two houses, Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The Parliament of India, that is also known as Sansad, is the supreme law-making institution. It has two houses, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. And now, which is known as the upper house and the lower house? This you have read already in your 5th standard also.
Ma'am, Rajya Sabha is the lower house.
Yes, Rajya Sabha is the upper house and Lok Sabha is the lower house. Okay, Rajya Sabha is also known as Council of States with a total strength of 245 members. Okay? So what is the total strength of Rajya Sabha? 245 members can be there and is chaired by the Vice President of India. So who is the leader of the Rajya Sabha? These are questions which you should know. General knowledge questions are these. Okay, so two houses of the parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house, Lok Sabha is the lower house. Rajya Sabha, the strength of the Rajya Sabha is 245 members. And who is the leader of Rajya Sabha? Vice President. Who is the Vice President of India right now? Tell me.
Mr.
Venkaiah Naidu.
Very
Ma'am,
good. Yes,
Venkaiah
Mr.
Naidu.
Venkaiah Naidu. At least this you should know. Okay. So then Lok Sabha is the House of the People. And what is the total strength of Lok Sabha? It is 545 members. Okay. And now I will tell you also that out of these members, how many are elected by the people and how many are elected by the Prime Minister. Okay. So there is a division of the members of these Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, that how are they elected. So Lok Sabha, the total strength of Lok Sabha is 545 and it is presided over by the speaker. The leader of the Lok Sabha is the speaker. Who is the speaker of the Lok Sabha right now?
Om Birla.
Om Birla.
Who said that?
Ma'am, Om Birla.
Sahaj, you?
Ma'am, Sahaj.
Yes, very good. Om Birla
Yes.
is the speaker of the
Yes.
Lok Sabha at present. Very good. Yes. So these are the general knowledge questions which you should know. Okay. So I hope it is clear now, because this you must know before understanding that how the government is formed. Okay. So Rajya Sabha, the total strength of Rajya Sabha is 245 and the total strength of Lok Sabha is 545. The leader of the Rajya Sabha is the vice president and the leader of the Lok Sabha is the speaker. Here, now come back. So I was telling you that how this national government is formed. So after Lok Sabha elections, question arises. फिर question आता है that who will form the government. So one list is prepared showing how many MPs belong to each political party, because you know that we have different political parties, BJP, Congress, AAP, and so many other are there which are ruling in different states. So party having the majority of MPs form the government. कि जिस पार्टी के MPs सबसे ज्यादा होते हैं दोनों हाउसेस में, लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा, सो दे फॉर्म द गवर्नमेंट. टोटल आर 543 plus 2. So these 543 members are elected by the people and 2 seats are left vacant. 2 seats are for Anglo-Indian nominated. Anglo-Indians are the people, those who are, you can say, they are from the foreign origin, but they have settled in India. Okay, that are known as Anglo-Indian people. Anglo means, whenever you see this word Anglo, that means the foreign people. Okay, Anglo-Indian wars, you have read in history. So Anglo means somebody who is from the foreign origin. Then he has settled in India. So that is known as Anglo-Indian. So these two seats are reserved for Anglo-Indians that are nominated by the Prime Minister only. Clear? So majority is how much? So you make 543, the half of 543 is almost, it is 272.
Yes.
Okay. So then majority means the party which has won more than 272 states. Just wait. Yes, am I audible? Am I connected or not? I was disconnected. So let us see what is the function of Rajya Sabha. So this I have already told you. So Rajya Sabha in Parliament, so it functions primarily as the representatives of the states of India in Parliament. What is the other name of Rajya Sabha? Council of States.
State
Other
of Council.
Upper house.
Council of
Council of States. Council of States means, what do you mean by Rajya? राज्य is also known as state. ठीक है, state को हम राज्य बोलते हैं. So Rajya Sabha are the members of the Rajya Sabha are the representatives of the states of India in Parliament. ठीक है, so इसमें जो होते हैं different MPs are there. They are from different states and they represent the different states of India in the Parliament. But how are they elected? The members of the Rajya Sabha are not elected directly by the people. Now, in electing the members of the Rajya Sabha, we are not involved. So these are elected by the members of the Legislative Assembly of the various states. जो state legislature होता है, that is involved in electing the members of the Rajya Sabha. And what is the total strength of Rajya Sabha? Just I told you. Total strength of Rajya Sabha is
245.
total strength of Rajya Sabha is 245, and out of these 245, 233 members are elected by the state legislature, plus 12 members are nominated by the president. Okay, so these 12 members are, who are these 12 members who are nominated by the president? Any guesses? So these
Ma'am, they are nominated for different contributions, literature, science, and other social
very good.
services.
Yes. So these 12 members, they are experts in their field. Okay. Some they can be from literature, who have won Nobel Prize in literature, Nobel Prize in science. So they are experts in their fields. Okay. So these 12 members are nominated by the president, and these are expertise. Okay. So 245 members, 233 are elected by the state legislature, and 12 members are nominated by the president. A bill is required to be passed in Rajya Sabha to become a law. So the bill, if any law is to be made, that is first formed, one meeting is held in the Lok Sabha, and then it is decided that this law has to be made. So then a bill is made. Okay, a bill is a raw statement. Okay, bill means a raw statement because it has to be passed by both the houses, then only it is implemented. Okay, and it is the Rajya Sabha has the right to reject any law. So a bill is required to be passed in Rajya Sabha to become a law. अगर Rajya Sabha ने उसको reject कर दिया, then it will again come back to Lok Sabha for the reviewing and altering. Okay. So then it will again go to Rajya Sabha. So this bill is a raw statement which is sent by the Lok Sabha. First it is reviewed and it is looked upon properly in the Lok Sabha. They have consequent, these meetings are held and these are discussed properly. So then this bill is passed in the Rajya Sabha. So Rajya Sabha has the right whether it will pass it or reject it. So if the Rajya Sabha will also pass the bill, so it becomes a law. Otherwise, if they feel that there are some drawbacks or something more to be added or something more to be improved, so then it goes back into the Lok Sabha for again reviewing and altering. And again, they can send to the Rajya Sabha for again reviewing. So Rajya Sabha can also initiate legislation. What is the meaning of this? Can anyone? Rajya Sabha can also initiate legislation. I told you that law is made in the Lok Sabha. They discuss and then they make a law and then it is sent to the Rajya Sabha. But Rajya Sabha also can initiate legislation. What is the meaning of this? Very simple. No
Ma'am,
one?
the process of making laws.
Yes. That's what. Now,
It can also be started in the Rajya Sabha and
yes. Same thing can happen reverse also, that Rajya Sabha can also make any law. They can also make any law and then they can send to the Lok Sabha for the reviewing and passing of. But the normal process is this, that Lok Sabha make the law and then it goes to the Rajya Sabha for the reviewing and altering. But Rajya Sabha also has the right to initiate any legislation if required. Clear? So this is the function of Rajya Sabha. Now, how can the parliament? So the second part is to control, guide and inform the government. So you know that government once made, it is not like that, that nobody is watching upon them, or it cannot be asked, it cannot be questioned. Okay, anytime the parliament can be asked or can be questioned. So how can the parliament perform the above mentioned task? That is, they do have question hour. Okay, so in the parliament, there is one session that is known as question hour. So what is this question hour? Important way. It is an important way through which the parliament controls the executive. Okay, parliament is controlling the executive. Executive means the prime minister and the other ministers, the other cabinet ministers. So MPs can ask questions on the working of the government. Okay, so yes, so how do the government, you can say, how do the parliament perform the task, that how do parliament control the government? Okay, how does the parliament guide the government and how does it inform the government? So that is done by having a session that is known as question hour. So it is an important way through which the parliament controls the executive. इसमें क्या होता है, MPs, members of the parliament, they can ask questions on the working of the government. Nishka, just wait. They can highlight the drawbacks in various policies and programs. So what all if any law is made or implemented by the government, so they can highlight the drawbacks in various policies and programs. Okay, they can raise questions that there is law में ये problem है, इसके ये drawbacks हैं, इसके जो consequences हैं, that will not be good on the people. So that can be raised by the MPs in the question hour. The opposition party plays a critical role in the healthy functioning of a democracy. So you know that opposition party is there, and that is very important. If there is no opposition party, that means there will no be any check on the government. So government is done, that is formed by the ruling party, and the opposition party is always keeping a check on the working of the ruling party. If there is no opposition party, so then the ruling party will just keep on doing their work on their own, and nobody will be there to keep the check on them. Okay, so that's why the opposition party plays a critical role in the healthy functioning of the democracy. In the matter regarding finances, Parliament's approval is crucial for the government because MPs are the representative of the people and they play the central role in controlling, guiding and informing the Parliament. So last is lawmaking. That is another function of the Parliament, is making law for the country. It is not in detail in this chapter because there is a separate chapter on this function of the Parliament. Yes, Nishka, now tell. Yes, you were raising hand. Anybody? If you have any doubt, you can ask because meeting is going to be end. The chapter is over. I will share one assignment again and the answer key of the previous one also. Yes.
Ma'am, why Anglo-Indians are nominated in the Lok Sabha?
Okay. That also I'll answer tomorrow only because